Hello and welcome to a new vlog. This week is show week for the Christmas spirit. If you haven't been caught up with all the other vlogs, then I'll just bring you up to speed. So for the past 2 months I've been working on a play called The Christmas Spirit with Masque Theatre, and this week is show week, as I just said, and so from Tuesday to Saturday we will be performing at 7:30. And so yeah, it's all very exciting. Today is Wednesday, so it's day 2, and I thought I'd bring you with me just to show you a little bit of like the backstage and what happens and what that looks like, because I think most people have no idea what that is like. And I've been doing theatre for years and years and years. I think I started when I was 6 with some, children's classes, and I loved it, and I've been part of all sorts of theatre groups in Northamptonshire, including those with the Royal and Derngate, and about 2 years ago, for the first time, I went to the auditions for Masque Theatre. I got cast in a great leading role as Alice, also known as the Baker, in The Hunting of the Snark. The Hunting of the Snark was my first experience with Masque Theatre, which is a local theatre group that has been running for probably over 100 years, I think. I think they had their 100th anniversary a little while ago, a few years ago. Can't quite remember, but I did get the newsletter, and yeah, this is my second show with them. I am playing quite an important part. My role is Beth Dowling, and she is the daughter of the lead character, so she gets a lot of lines. There was a lot to memorise, and I honestly did feel really nervous about it. I was like, oh my gosh, these are so many. But as I started learning them, by the end I was like, you know what, that wasn't that hard. It was fine. So yeah, today's the second show, and I have some friends coming down from Nottingham, so there is a little bit of pressure. I'm feeling excited, but I'm not going to use the N or S word, so no saying we're nervous or stressed, even scared. We're keeping it positive, so I'm just excited, and I'm trying to keep very calm, because if I start stressing, then I won't be able to focus on playing Beth. I almost forgot her name for a second. Yeah, the play is by Frederick Stroppel, and so it's really well written. I didn't expect it to be this funny. It's a dark comedy set around Christmas time, and my character's mother, whose name is actually Julia, much like mine, which created plenty of confusion and humour during rehearsals. She is visited by Death on Christmas Eve, and because she doesn't want to go with Death, she decides to invite Death for dinner and try to convince him over the course of the day that he should let her stay. And there's a lot of funny things that happen throughout. There are all sorts of themes of family and love and life and the meaning of life, and a lot of these very wholesome, heartwarming sort of themes. Can I say that again? I will. Yeah, a lot of these sort of things running throughout, and so it's really, really lovely. It's just the loveliest play. We had really good feedback yesterday. I think I made an audience member cry at one point, because I have a very intense, I would say almost monologue. It gets interrupted twice. But it's quite an intense part of the play in Act 2, where I basically just tear into Death, and once my character realises who it is, and so that gets very emotional. And last night, which was our first show, I just went so hard into it that at one point while I was in it, I was just like, oh my god, hold on, let's not push too hard because we might step out of character. And I'm always aware not to be playing myself. I'm like, okay, it's her, this is what she's like, this is what she speaks like. I've adjusted my way of speaking and standing and walking and movement and her reactions, so that I'm always channeling her. And so yeah, it's been quite the journey, but I've loved it, and so I thought I'd bring you along and show you what that is like. So let's get going, because I want to get any parking spot would honestly be good, because that area is particularly bad, and it's about past, so yeah, in about an hour we should be starting, so I have to get there before the audience sit down, and then yeah, we can get going. But yeah, so exciting. And for anyone who hasn't ever seen like the backstage or like the inner workings of theatre, then I will show you that here. And I am wearing my outfit, actually. I'm wearing a black top and a black skirt. This is my starting outfit. This is for Act 1, Scene 1. and then I have to change in Act 1 Scene 2, and then I stay in that costume till the end. I always take this home with me because I get changed in my second outfit, and that's the one I leave home to come back home in, and then I take this and I wear it the next day and so on, and I can also wash it at home because some of these are my own bits, because it was one of those plays where it was contemporary, so you could just wear your own clothes and it's all black, so it's really easy. And so yeah, we ran costumes by our direct, and yeah, people have brought in some of their own bits, some of them are from the costume department, but yeah, it's kind of nice because I can just take these home and I don't have to worry about it, and I can stick them in the wash, and it's nice and easy for me this time around. Last time I had to get dressed there, and when it came to washing the costume, I think they had to wash it because, you know, like, you get sweaty during the run and so on. So it was a little bit inconvenient, but, well, inconvenient for the costume department, not for me. But yeah, now let's skedoodle and I'll show you the rest when we get there. This is the set. No one's come in yet, so I'm all alone. I can film all of this. We've got a chair here, that's my mum. Say hello. A clock and another settee and the two doors. This is where the action happens, and this is basically the living room where this whole thing is set. Nothing's been turned on yet, but the Christmas tree will be lit, and it's actually set in this beautiful church, so actually that's the altar back there, and this is the backstage. So we've got all sorts of things and chairs and my costume right over here, with my bag of all things and my script and all of that. This is what the behind looks like. These are the two doors that lead out, and they're really easy to open. There's no lock, you just pull them, and this is what you see. This is my makeup. This is for just the first scene in the first act, but then I'm going to add some red lipstick to match my manicure, and then I'll get changed, and that will be like the next day, Christmas Day. I didn't think you'd be awake. What, did you stay up to hear the animals talk?
Oh, yeah, very funny.
Well, midnight mass was another long slog. Father John gave his annual "Jesus is the reason for the season" sermon. Threw in a couple of jokes. He always pulls out the stops when there's a full house. I don't know how half those people find the church they're so drunk. Weaving this way and that, going up for communion. You would think we were on the deck of the Titanic. Jack, my mum hasn't been feeling well lately.
Oh, I know.
When she invited you here, I'm not sure she knew what she was doing. I'm actually worried she may have had a stroke. You know, you grow up, first you find out there's no Santa Claus, and then... No, when I was young, Christmas was pretty special. The Monday after Thanksgiving, we'd go to school and there would be decorations all over the classroom. Garland, cardboard reindeer, a big Star of Bethlehem above the teacher's desk. We'd make our own Christmas cards, performing the nativity play. I would dance the ballet, the Nutcracker, with my class. And midnight mass. Yeah, it also seemed pretty special. Well, now I can't wait for the whole thing to be over so I can start my diet. I forgot that I was vlogging, so I changed out of my costume and into my pyjamas, so excuse that, but I haven't taken any of the makeup off. So as you might have seen, backstage you have the actors area, basically where we get changed or where we keep our props. I have a single costume change from Act 1 Scene 1 to Act 1 Scene 2, and then I stay in that same costume. It's quite a quick change and also like a makeup change, but it's kind of nice having that variety within the play so that, you know, people get to see the different sides of the characters, because I think they see different things and them in different contexts, and it sort of gives you a better understanding of what they're like as people. So yeah, the friends that came today really enjoyed it. They really loved it. They saw the performance I did 2 years ago as well. And this is very different. The one I did before was very mystical, and it had sea chanties and songs and rhymes and poems, and it was really beautiful, and there was a huge cast. I don't even remember if there were I think almost 20, if not upwards of 20 people involved in that whole production, actor-wise, so just on stage, not mentioning the huge team that, you know, does props, and we had makeup and some hair for some characters, and various bits of costume, and it was so much more elaborate. This is a bit more like down to earth, so basically we all do our own, you know, hair and makeup if we so wish, depending on what's best for the character. I obviously get myself ready, and even for the other one I wasn't playing anyone like special. There were some people playing various pixies and like woodland creatures and a beaver and so on, and so that needed like a special look, obviously. But when you're when you're playing a person, it's very different to that. So yeah, it was a good night, and every seat was full, which was incredible. It's such a great thing. I'm sure that for Saturday's performance, which will probably have the biggest turnout, I anticipate, just from the amount of people that are coming to see me. I've had so many friends be like, okay, Saturday's the day I'm coming, and I was like, okay. So they might put out more chairs, because at the moment there's a reasonable amount, it's fine, but they can bring a lot more on, because the stage, as actors, we don't venture so much outwards, and I always try to stay in the area where the light hits you, because when you look up at the lights and then you look down, your eyes take a while to adjust and you can't see anything. And I love doing that, so I'm always staring up at the lights whenever I can, whenever it's appropriate, so that I get blinded and I don't see outwards, because I'm so focused on the world that is on stage. I don't even think about the audience, so not seeing them is also really great. Anyway, yeah, that's probably the ins and outs of it. I don't know if there are any other details I can add. This vlog will probably go out after this performance has ended, so sorry you couldn't get tickets, but I'm also guessing from my audience analytics that a lot of people wouldn't be able to come, because there's a lot of people watching in the US for some reason, but hello. And so yeah, but just know that it was immensely fun and really, really good. I'll put some shots from the performance as well, so you can kind of see that if I haven't done so already. I don't know how I'll edit this basically, but yeah, I'll try and be respectful, because they aren't for commercial purposes, and obviously I'm not going to exploit anyone or anything, but just for you to also kind of get an idea of me. I don't want to, of course, show anyone else, because you know, they might not want to be on the channel, but I do want you to kind of see me, because I'm here vlogging this, so it makes sense. Yeah, I'm not going to end this vlog here, because it's going to be like the world's shortest vlog, but I don't know what's coming next, so whatever's happening, then you know, we'll all be surprised. But right now I'm going to go, and I think I'd love to edit a video. Actually, I don't know which one I'm going to edit, but something that would be good. And I'm going to take this makeup off, because, you know, it's had a good old time, but time to take it off. So yeah, something to look forward to, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. The next few performances, I can't quite think about the last one yet, but that's going to be really sad. I was kind of thinking a few minutes ago just about how many lines I've learnt and how much work has gone into this, not just for me but for all of the other actors, and it's really difficult to part with a production, and especially because once you kind of get a few days into it, you start becoming a bit more comfortable, and you can play a bit more, and you're a bit more relaxed, and you know that everyone knows what they're doing, and you aren't worried of, oh, where is that going to be, and are they going to come in at the right time, and so on. So yeah, you relax some more. I actually found that tonight when I went on, I was excited, not going to use the word nervous, but I was excited, and my heart was like thumping, and I was like, oh my gosh. But once I got out and I was like, okay, audience, okay, lights, okay, I'm here, then yeah, it was fine, and I completely relaxed, and I was like, oh, it's okay, it's perfect, it's fine. And I got so emotional, because there are quite a few emotional moments. If you want to read the play, and if you're kind of interested, this is the play, and this is what the play looks like. It's a green book, it's kind of stylish like that, and yeah, you can read through it. There's a very dramatic moment. There are several really emotional moments, and I actually shed a tear today. So every performance I focus very much on like getting there and like crying, basically, because I think it's appropriate for the character. And today I shed a single tear, and every performance my eyes sort of well up, but today we actually got a tear, so it felt really like, yes, really great, because it would be nice to cry before I get into like my rage and anger moment, which is one of the most emotional parts of the play, at least for me and my character. The rest of it is, she's kind of mellow, she is, you know, wondering what's happening, she's not very clear on what it is, she's got some slight sense of worry, but then at the end it's quite intense. And so yeah, that was good. I felt very, very good about it. So yeah, it might be a little bit sad, it's always sad actually, letting go of a performance. I wish we had more time with it, but yeah, you know, it happens, and I look forward to maybe the next one. Maybe there'll be something else, another project, maybe not, who knows. With these things, I don't think you really know when they're coming and when they're going, and I was really lucky to be a part of this, because the productions that Masque had been doing, not this year but the year before especially, I felt like they were very sort of male heavy, and so I didn't really feel like I wanted to be a part of it. And when this sort of presented itself, I was like, well, isn't this serendipitous? And I love the part. I actually read the script before I knew I was going to get the role and so on, but yeah, I like it. It's now near and dear to my heart, and I will cherish the script and keep it in my bookcase, on my bookshelf, because I have scripts that I buy when I really love watching a play. So if I go and see something that I really love, I'll go and buy the script so I can read it again and again, and I've done that with One Man, Two Governors. I've done it with Cyrano de Bergerac, which was incredible. Changed my entire life seeing it. It was just sensational. I can't quite remember other scripts that I bought because of the plays, but also one that I would love to actually buy that I forgot I didn't have is Gaslight, which is also a sensational play. Loved seeing it. Just was like, wow, when I saw it. If you've seen it, you know. But yeah, thank you for coming along today, and I will see you in a few seconds tomorrow or the day after. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, see you in a second. Hello my cherubs, it is the final night of the Christmas spirit, and I am all sorts of excited. I've got like so many emotions like bubbling up. I'm just like trying to like take deep breaths, but I'm so excited. And it's also incredibly sad. Like I was thinking about how sad it was that this was coming to an end, and then I was like, no, I can't focus on how sad it is. I have to focus on how excited I am that so many people are coming tonight. And I've had people come throughout the week, and they've been lovely. I've gotten 3 bouquets of flowers, and it is just like so heartwarming that they would be so supportive. So yeah, I love that. And tonight it's just like a bunch of other people. So yeah, I'm just really excited. And I've also written Christmas cards for all of the cast and the crew. I wrote 15 cards, and I've got them all here with me in my like bag of goodies. I've packed them all here, and I'm going to deliver them. And I've also got some gifts because some friends will be turning up, so I bought these little boxes of cookies, like Christmas cookies, and they have like these different designs on them to do with Christmas, and there's 3 of them, and it's really, really sweet. So I'll give them those when I see them at the performance, like afterwards probably. Yeah, so it's just so exciting. And yeah, I thought I'd bring you with me tonight just because I'm going to try and get some of their thoughts on video, so you can kind of like hear what like their honest portrayal of it, because it's obviously they're going to be slightly biased because like they're my friends, so like they're not going to like slag me off, especially to my face, but you've been hearing about how wonderful it's been, and from me, so I think it might be nice to hear it from them. And we're also going to have a cast party at the end just to celebrate this whole experience, so that's going to be nice, and I'll try and film some like little discreet shots. I don't want it to like intervene with the celebration, so I'll try and be really subtle about it, because I don't want to get people on camera that might not necessarily want to be on camera. As I was saying that, my battery died, which is a little bit funny. Anyway, so yeah, I'm about to leave, and that's everything for now. But yeah, a lot of emotions, and as you can expect, it's always like sad letting a project go, but always like such a happy thing. And I think tonight's going to like a happy thing that it's happened, obviously. And tonight I think is going to be our best performance, because we've had like so much practice at it now, especially with the public, so we kind of know when to pause for laughs or how to play certain bits so that we make like the most of the audience's like emotions. So yeah, oh, it's going to be so good, and I'm so excited, and I just have so much positive energy. So yeah, let's get going and crack on with tonight. He was driving too fast on an icy road. It was one of those cars that wasn't supposed to flip over, but somehow it flipped over, almost as if someone had pushed him.
Kevin.
Killed instantly. Which is a blessing, they tell me. But you know, that's life, right? That's how it goes. I've had other boyfriends since, but I guess I'm just not one of those people who are lucky in love, or anything else for that matter. He's the one that took Daddy and Grandma and Grandpa and Aunt Ethel and little Jimmy from next door, who was only 13. And Kevin. Oh, and look at him. This is what we've all been afraid of. You expected to have some magnificence, a monumental swagger. He should come charging in on a black steed snorting plumes of fire, but no. We get this little bureaucrat, this bean counter worrying about the rules. I wish you could be mortal and know what it is like to suffer and fear death and see all your loved ones disappear. I wish you could feel your own cold, ugly shadow stealing every bit of happiness away. I wish you could die a terrible death. And we could all be smugly indifferent for a change.
Honest review, I thought it was the actors did an amazing job. I love the atmosphere, and I'm trying to
convincing?
think. It was very convincing.
Did we sell it?
Well, I was sold. For a second there I thought, you're my friend, because I was like, I'm actually believing you were Beth. Yeah. And then I liked the old guy, what's his name again?
His name's Bernie.
Uncle Bernie.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
He was very good.
funny.
He really plays
Yeah.
his strengths.
Your theme was like, I can see you getting along with like the young deaf and being a couple and stuff, but the actors did an amazing job. The woman was very convincing as well, and it was tragic, but it was also kind of like it's thought-provoking. You want to live after that because you don't want to waste any time. So I think everyone should see it, everyone should watch it, because it makes you think. It's one of those plays that you need in your life, before Christmas especially.
I'm back home, and this is truly terrible of me because I forgot to video anything at the party. I was just having such a good time that the phone, because I didn't bring the camera, the phone just didn't come out, and I just was focused on the conversation and the people, because it was kind of our last get together, because now that we aren't working with each other, we probably won't see each other again unless we do another project, and it probably won't be all of the same people. I mean, two of the ladies that I was acting with, so the actress that played my character's mum and my character's aunt in the play, I had actually done a play with before, and everyone else was new, apart from the director whom I knew. I hadn't worked with before, but I knew Alistair. His name is Alistair Way, and he did a really great job with the production, and we just really had such a fantastic experience. Like, all of us were like, you know what, everyone that took part in this, from the director to the people, the lady who did, woman who did our light and sound, her name's Ellie, and she was lovely. And so yeah, everyone was just fantastic, and such a pleasure to work with a bunch of people, and you kind of are a little bit sad when, you know, you won't see them again. But anyway, it was really lovely, and everyone who came to see the performance tonight really enjoyed it. We had a huge audience. We had to get extra chairs out so we could fit everybody in, because a lot of people buy tickets at the door, and so you don't quite know how big your audience is going to be. I got flowers from the director, and he was lovely enough to also get everybody a box of chocolates, and this one's mine. I love celebrations, by the way, because of the assortment. It's always delicious. So yeah, I was also lucky enough to get flowers throughout the week. I got 3 bouquets, and I'll show you them. They're right here on the table. They're a varied array of different colours. We have some red and some white and some yellow, and we've also got a little reindeer here because 2 of the bouquets were Christmas themed, but these are lovely. So all in all, I felt a lot of love and appreciation, not just from fellow cast members and the director, who was lovely enough to buy me flowers and chocolates, but also from everyone who came to see it. Everyone was so complimentary and lovely, and they all had good things to say. And so yeah, when it's like really positive, it makes you extra happy because it's been received well and people really enjoyed it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I certainly enjoyed filming it and also doing all of this fantastic work. This project has been wonderful and the best experience. I hope that it's inspired you perhaps to maybe get involved in local theatre, or to go maybe watch some theatre. If you enjoyed it, then please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.